Here we go, here, Hillary with Pine Grove Sporting Dogs. This is Miss Etta James, my partner in crime. We let her nails get long so we can show you how we do nails. I always find that, especially with Griffons, they are drama queens. And so if people start clipping their nails and the dog doesn't want their nails clipped, some of them scream, some of them try to alligator roll, or they pull their foot constantly, and people think, oh God, the dog's freaking out, I don't want to hurt my dog. And sometimes, occasionally, you do cut the quick and it does bleed, and so then you feel bad, and then you baby the dog, and then what happens is this whole thing snowballs. And so you kind of have to have almost like a tough love approach. So if they don't want their nails done, slow and steady wins the race. You always want to tell them good after every nail you do. Good job, good job. And you can even reward them with a treat after each nail, things like that. But the most important point with nails, I find, is that you're calm. Calm is a superpower, okay? So the calmer you are, the calmer your Griffon's gonna be. If you have a Griff that's really being challenging, steady as you go, just a little bit and a little bit, and keep at it, but don't let them unduly freak out. So if they're screaming, which puppies like to do, just say, knock it off, remain calm, do your job, reward them, and reward them every time they're on the table. And you may not have a table, and if you have trouble with nails, I really recommend that you get a table, especially if you're by yourself like I am. You have a grooming noose, which helps keep the dog on the table. They're at a higher elevation. It's easier for you to pick up their feet rather than wrestle with them on the floor or the couch where they're gonna alligator roll. I do think that makes people's lives a lot easier. But I'll show you what I do with Etta. So typically, if the nails are long, I'm gonna clip them first and then Dremel them. My particular Dremel is no longer available, the Dremel Micro, which is unfortunate because it comes with a light. These are the clippers that I use. And this is my Dremel. This is a very expensive bit. It's called a Diama Groove. It's made with diamonds, and it's very soft. You can't really hurt the dog, but it's very strong and dense and can cut the nail very quickly. But also the way it's attached to the Dremel, you don't get hair wound around there, which with a Griffon is actually quite a big consideration. So I find that a lot of people have anxiety over the nails too, because they can't see the dog's nails because of the hair that's on the foot. So I don't know if you can really see at its feet. I can't zoom in here, but her feet are a little bit damp, and so you can see the nails perfectly that way. That's an easy way to do it. I didn't do that intentionally. We went out for a potty walk and it was wet outside, and so that's why it's easier to see her nails right now. But otherwise, if you couldn't, if you lift up the foot and you just pull back the hair and then you hold the nail between your fingertips, you have control of the nail, so it's not going to wobble around with the clippers, because I find that that's another reason the dogs get upset. So you're kind of holding the nail, you're cushioning the foot there, and it's easier to clip the nail. So for me, what I do is, like I said, I clip first and then I Dremel. So I'll show you with Miss Etta, and we'll see what she does. Now Etta has dew claws, and I start with the dew claws. Cut the tip off. And she's a perfect grooming model, but that's because I work with her a lot on that. So ordinarily with most dogs, if it was a grooming client, I would start with the back feet, but with her, because you can't really see me back there, start with the front feet. So that was relatively drama-free. And if you do happen to cut quick and they bleed, there's this product called Quick Stop, and it comes in a little container like this, and it's a powder. You can also use, I think it's cornstarch, if it's bleeding, and you just put a little bit of this on your finger or in the cap and put it where you cut the quick, and it will stop the bleeding. So that's good. But if you do happen to accidentally cut them, just say oops and keep going. Don't make a big deal out of it. Don't focus on it. Worry about it later. Finish your job. There's always one foot that's more challenging than the others. I find with Edda, she doesn't like to have this foot lifted up, but we do what we gotta do. There we go. So that was drama free. You can also say, when you pick up the foot, you clip, good, next toe, good, next toe, good, and then reward with a treat. I'm not done yet, so she doesn't get a treat yet. This is my Dremel. It's overly loud because I dropped it, so ordinarily it's a bit quieter, but here we go. Now, if you don't clip nails on a regular schedule, and I find this happens more with male griffons than females, why, I have no idea, but the nails will crack, and that's painful, really painful for the dog. So you want to keep on top of your nails. I get a little lax with it. My griffon nails, they grow so fast. Typically, it should be done every week with my guys. And not everybody's dog's nails grow at the same rate, but mine, it tends to be about every week. If I go 2 weeks, for me personally, they're a little bit long. And so that way you could do it gradually. So clip the nails, Dremel a little bit, then come back the next day, Dremel a little bit more. And so that way you gradually make them shorter rather than going gangbusters at it if they're too long right away. And that'll be more comfortable for the dog too if you do it in stages. Good luck, guys. Happy nail clipping.